Last weekend I competed at the Sunflower State Games in Topeka, Kansas. I did freestyle judo, Olympic judo, and then gi and no gi jiu-jitsu. My first match is freestyle judo, and I'm going to take a little bit to explain the rules and try to also narrate what's going on screen. Real quick, I do a quick little sasai here, try to drive him over, ended up not pulling it off. And then I come in for another seyanagi, but he starts pulling me backwards, but I end up landing on my belly, and he takes the back. It looks like they give me a point, or give him a point for that, so already you can tell that it's different from Olympic judo. So the rules for freestyle judo are a little different. You can still throw an opponent and win the match if you throw them with speed, control, and force flat on their back. If you're lacking one of those three things, then you get a wazari, and it's 4 points instead of a match-ending throw. Now, if you're lacking more than just one of those things, let's say they land on their butt or something, then you'll get 2 points. And then as you saw with that first throw, they gave him a point. I got belly down, so not a big score. So back to the match for a second. The reason the ref stopped it was to give him a non-combativity penalty. He's not really been aggressive. Those little kicks to the legs don't count as throw attempts. And I've been doing most of the attacks. I've been pushing him back into out of bounds, trying to get him to move so I can get a reaction, so I can get a bigger throw. But he's been doing a good job staying calm, keeping his balance, not being too aggressive, and exposing himself. And again, they just paused the match to bring us back to the center. They didn't give him another penalty or anything. But here, I get in for a throw.
There we go.
Roll him right over to his back. I'd probably call this oguruma because my leg comes up across his belt line. And he rolls right to his back. Now they end up awarding this 4 points since he rolled to his back instead of just an absolute solid thud. Now here I fast forward because we go into groundwork. You can see I'm kind of just waiting there. I expected them to stand us back up since I wasn't engaging, but they allowed us to continue with the groundwork, so I kind of try to pass. He does a good job keeping his guard. He already had good grips on me, so I probably wasn't going to be going anywhere anytime soon. And so you can see me walking him to the edge again. The ref tells him to be more aggressive and to move. But here, you can see I get another throw. Drop knee seyanagi. Grab that shoulder with my left arm and then drop right underneath him. He gets loaded up on my back. Drive it over. He's really more on his side than his back, and so the ref ends up awarding it 2 points. I go straight into a pin, so the ref calls the pin. But we move out of bounds completely, and so they stand us back up. I didn't hold the pin long enough to get any points. In freestyle judo, you can't win by a pin, but you can get up to 4 points, and then they want you to move on to a submission from there. We ended up having some timer problems, so that's what this is about. In any case, the freestyle judo is great, especially if you're a jiu-jitsu guy. The extra time on groundwork is great, and then since it's harder to get an opponent, you don't have to worry about getting thrown as much, but you still get to work your takedowns, can grab legs, and all that good stuff. So definitely worth trying. My jiu-jitsu buddies, especially the wrestlers, and especially the guys doing the judo class, definitely give this a shot. It's a good experience. So this is my second freestyle match. Still wearing the white belt. Those belts are just to distinguish us since we're not wearing two different color gis. Here, I'm playing him lefty. Kind of shoot a half-hearted uchimata. He shoots his. I end up getting that leg and then throwing an ashiguruma. I call it an ashiguruma because instead of being across the waist, I'm more at the knee with my foot. I'm not really sweeping either. Can't say I've ever practiced that throw because I never hold the leg like that, but it worked out. And so that one was awarded an opponent, so the match is over right there because he landed flat on his back. Like I said, speed, control, and force. For Olympic style judo, you can still win by opponent. It's a little bit easier to get. And then 2 wazaris add up to an ippon. And again, something that might be considered a 2-point throw in the freestyle is considered a wazari. So I'm moving him around a lot more this match than I was on the other side. The ref called mate there. They were giving him a penalty, or a shido, for having kind of an untraditional grip, because maybe 2 hands on one side. As long as you're attacking, there's no problem with that, but if you're just hanging out there, they're going to call you for that. I get a nice little sticky foot or kosotogari there. Pick it up, stay on it, roll him right to his back. And they give me an ippon for that, so that's the end of the match. On the other side, that probably would have been 2 points or 4 points. Not 100% sure. So my last match of judo here, we get started. I was trying to play the boundary with him a little bit to get him to push back into me. I'd hooked in here, and he almost takes me backwards, but I hop over. Sometimes you'll get a score for that, at least in the Olympic judo. But no cigar on this one. Also, you can see that they stood us up a lot faster from the groundwork. I just sped this up, we're moving around, trying to play the boundary with him. He gets stuffed on a throw. And here I actually go for a pin. And you can see I control the legs, I don't let them get together. And eventually I pop my bottom leg over, and boom. And this, I believe, should be a pin, or if not, it's extremely close to being a pin. So I'm very surprised that the ref stopped it there. I don't think he had a good angle. There, he drops in for maybe a Tayatoshi. I don't know, it wasn't a very great setup. Went for an Uchimata there, a second one. Starts to pull me backwards again as I try to counter him. Try to slide past his guard. But he did a good job squaring up with me. And again, mate let us stand back up since it didn't look like I was going to continue engaging. Here he attempts a Yoko Tomonage. Wasn't really there. Here I get my match-winning move, shoot the Uchimata, and get the Kouchi afterwards. So here you see super hard pull. He starts stepping around, and I catch that foot as it's coming, put him flat on his back. It was a fun tournament. The novice division had a lot more guys. My jiu-jitsu buddies, definitely give it a shot. Try out the freestyle judo. I'll have another video with my jiu-jitsu matches in it, so be sure to go check that out. This tournament was to get me ready for the US Open, so that's in 2 weekends. Wish me luck, and I'll keep you guys updated on it. Thanks for watching.